Hello, TikTokers. Today I'll be talking to you about a remarkable phenomenon that has been appearing in Western civilization. And of course, I'm talking about the degradation of leftist brain cells. Leftists have existed since the beginning of political discourse and power, and once upon a time they were mild-mannered and able to engage in conversation. Now, I know that may seem surprising to you Gen Z people, but yes, once upon a time they were quite normal. But sadly, as you see here in the video, the days of normal human behavior within the leftist community has sadly become a who's who of brain rot. Leftists today are now these perennially offended Karens who believe that the more they yell and scream, the more they'll be heard. And tragically, they surround themselves with other zombified lefties that think the same thing. So all we are left with is a group of Karens armed with zero information, but loaded with their feelings. What's truly remarkable about this fascinating species is the diverse ecosystems that have evolved from one single cell. The original unhinged lefty, what we now refer to as the ground zero Karen, was a single-celled organism called the screamer. This parochial and somewhat nasty species dominated our screens for quite a while. This species was quite recognizable by their multicolored hair and attire. Most would be pierced in either their noses or lips, or sometimes both. This original leftist species would often be heard long before they were seen. Armed with a pungent smell and blood-curdling shriek, one knew that the ground zero Karen was approaching. Their bark was always worse than their bite, and while loud and threatening, they were in fact harmless. Just a quick spray of pepper, and they were reduced to crying victims that ran away to the nearest vegan cafe to console each other about how brutal and racist people are. But today we see these lefties have evolved. Now society has to deal with the dancing grannies. That's right, many Karens have evolved from just yelling in the faces of people to performing dances in the streets that are so cringeworthy even TikTok teenagers are screaming in terror. These dancing grannies, many of whom are just bitter childless cat ladies, practice their choreographed routines in their basements, waiting for their leader to give them the signal to unleash their vengeance upon society. They race to congregate with each other and get given their Trump derangement syndrome signs. Then they launch into the streets, terrifying the community with their tacky and cringe-worthy routines. Why they do this is a mystery, and science still hasn't found the reason why this evolution has occurred. But don't try to find any sense in the reasoning for this. There is none. And what is agreed upon is that these unhinged lefties do not operate in common sense. They have no information on why they hate or why they even protest. Tragically, the brain rot is real, and until now, no cure has been found. So for now, we must continue to live amongst these tacky Karens. Until a cure is found, there will be more confrontations in the streets and in the shopping centers. We are all hoping the scientific community comes up with a cure as soon as possible. Until then, be safe, put on really dark sunglasses, and should you see one of these lefties, then run. If you don't, you'll be pulled into an argument that makes no sense, and you'll be dumber for having heard their rubbish. I hope you've enjoyed this small documentary on the leftist. If this has opened your eyes to the reality of how tragic this phenomenon has become, then please share this video and hit that like button. The feral koala is on a mission to save society from the curse of the brain rot. Bye for now.